In the 2 days that we stayed in Ukhrul, we noticed some changes, we noticed some improvements. We are noticing more stores, more restaurants, more things are available. It's easy to complain about things that we don't like, to complain about things that are broken or systems that aren't working well. But it's another thing to recognize what you can do and to take those steps to bring the change to your community. We were last in Ukhrul for a short period of time in 2016, so we definitely see some changes since that time. And we noticed that it seems to be a lot of the young people who are working to bring about those changes. And we know that there are many other people doing things to help the people of Ukhrul and to help this community. We're just having some time here to highlight only 2 of them. We hope that this video inspires you to think about what's in your heart and think about the things that you can do to serve your people wherever you are.
We are on the way to Prologue Book Store.
For the second time.
For the second time. But this time, we want to buy something.
I found this bookstore on Instagram when I was looking at the hotel's Instagram. They shared a post that this bookstore had posted of a map with the bookstore, the hotel, and some places to eat. And so I was like, oh, a bookstore. And it looked like it was across the street from the hotel, which it actually is. They just opened last month. And I just got some kids' books. We want to have a library, a small library in the village. So I got a few kids' books for that library. And then actually this one is Mahabharata stories. I don't know, I've never read the Mahabharata. And it looks like they kind of made it for kids with some pictures. So I'm gonna read this to learn about that. And then I got this for us, Homecoming and Other Stories. Short stories written by a Dunkle author. And it looks like they are like the arrival of the Japanese. So various stories about the authors from Ukhrul. And then look at these postcards. This makes me think of our wedding when the women danced. Wearing the kashan, and then I also wore a white shirt for our wedding, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you know who the artist is of these?
No, these are photographs I made. So.
Oh, you took the picture?
Yeah, I took the picture.
And then you edited it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Smart.
That's a good idea. Like this one too? Yeah. That's a great idea. I thought it was drawn. Oh, I love it. Okay, awesome. I'm gonna send one of these to my mom because she came to our, obviously she was at our wedding and she'll know exactly like.
And where's your mom?
This is in America. Yeah. Okay, I think we're done. We just visited Prologue and we would definitely recommend it. They have mostly secondhand books as well as some new books with lots of different sections. It is small, but they're just starting out. So I hope that people who read and people who want to read will support them here in Ukhrul. And as we found out, the owner is friendly and he's actually working on his own book, which is really exciting. And we appreciate what he's doing here in Ukhrul. Dunkle people don't really read, and that's part of why things are in the condition that they are in. People have to take responsibility for their own learning, for their own education, and the owners of Prologue are helping people to do that, giving people the opportunity to read and to learn.
So I'm on the way to this Oasis Coffee. Actually, Susan and Ashok is inside. This ministry is run by my friend Lummi, and let's check what's happening inside. Today's Friday and it's 2 p.m. in the afternoon. And over here you can also see this J5 Oasis Youth Hub. That's where the center is, and at the same time there's also a coffee shop here. So once you get in, you'll see this in this open space that's outside. Here is the coffee shop, and if once we go inside here, there's a big room where is the worship center. At the same time, there's also a mini library, and you can see some youths are having a great time together. Some of them are playing chess. And the board here is the kitchen.
This is Lummi. Lummi is Worchihan's childhood friend.
Yes.
They've known each other since they were like 4 or 5. So you guys have known each other for a long time. He is the one who started Oasis Youth Point. And just a couple questions. Why did you start Oasis and when did you start it?
Okay, so I'll start with when.
Okay.
I started Oasis Youth Point last year, 2021, in the month April.
Okay, so like a year ago.
Yeah, a year ago. We just
Okay.
celebrated our first anniversary.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
That's
thank
a
you.
big deal.
Why? Why did I start Oasis
Yes.
Youth Point? It's going to be a long answer.
We have time.
Yeah. So I was also a drug substance abuser, an addict for almost 5 to 6 years. And I still remember when I was an addict, there was no one from the church or even from the society willing to help me, talk to me. And I remember wanting to be good, wanting to change, but feeling helpless
Yeah.
and hopeless, nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And I remember, even complaining to God, that if I am to go on like this, as an addict, as a messed up person, then, I just want to end my life.
Right.
So I still remember that. And I felt like when I come back, when I change, when I give my life to God, and then, went to the Bible college and commit myself to serve the Lord for the rest of my life, I came back here in Ukhrul in 2013. And for the first time, I realized and I saw the ground reality of Ukhrul, the Thangul community, and I also realized that the church per se wasn't doing anything much. In fact, nothing much. To help these youths, the imperfect, the broken youths, the dropouts, the addict, the lost. I don't know, I could be wrong, but I felt like, in 3 years of my ministry here in Ukhrul, I felt like the church were not doing anything at all.
Right.
So with that burden, I went back to Bangalore to finish my MDiv. Came back here and with nothing in my hand, with just 20 rupees in my pocket. Just 20 rupees in my pocket.
That's a testimony.
Yes.
It's a testimony.
When we started Oasis Youth Point, when we first have our core team meeting, I didn't have money to give them tea or snacks.
Wow.
So much so that my younger brother, has to host the meeting, and offer snacks and tea. So we started Oasis Youth Point like that. With nothing at all, but with just the heart for God, with just the heart and love for the youth in Ukhrul. Believing that I could be of an instrument for God to reach out to the many young people here in Ukhrul who are really trying to find their way back home, who are really struggling, who are really seeking and waiting for people to give a helping hand, give a hug, say prayer for them. Say to them that I love you, or God loves you, and I accept you just the way you are. So I felt like it's not like I'm trying to replace or I'm trying to do something the church is not doing, but I felt like God has called me to do something and not wait for anybody at all, not the church, not the organization, but just start doing something if you have the heart. And then the Lord opens a door for me. That's why I started Oasis Youth Point. And to be precise, we opened this J5 Oasis Youth Hub to make this place a second home for the youth in Ukhrul, where they can come and hang out here, read books. So that's how we started, and that's why we started.
Thank you for doing this ministry. I think it's really much needed here in Ukhrul, because I think what you say is like beginning from the heart, You are connecting with the heart.
2 peach and 1 lemon. Come, drink, Coffee
Oasis drink.
at Oasis. Come drink iced tea. If you don't like coffee, I don't like coffee, there's a lot more choices. Lemonade, lemon iced tea, peach iced tea. Come support them.
Yeah.